If you ask yourself how to define target audience and why, is it so important to identify your target market? And basically, what's the difference between target market to target audience? If you ask yourself that question, write big in the comment below. And let's start. So, if you ask yourself what's the difference between target market to target audience, there's no difference. They are the same. And what basically both of them are saying is who are the people that are going to buy your product or service from you? Who are the people you are reaching out to and trying to engage with so they will buy your product and service? Who are your potential clients, customers? That's exactly that. It's very easy and it's very simple. So, why is it very important to identify them and how do you do it? I'll tell you in a second. But before I do, if you like my content, subscribe to my channel and give me a like. So, let's start. So, if you look on why it's so important to identify your target audience, the reason for that is that there are three important foundations in marketing. The first one is to identify your target market. The second one is to create the perfect content for them. And the third one is to communicate with them at the right timing. And they all goes aligned together and they all communicate with each other. And you cannot do one without each other because they all tell the same story together. Um, and I'll try to explain it in a way of one of the examples. So let's say my product is a product for babies, right? I cannot come with a message now that will reach out to everyone because it's not going to work because people that are not relevant for that are not going to feel any type of connection. Like I can speak about like dry facts about the product, but if I'm trying to reach it to everyone, I'm not going to nail it because kids will not relate to that and not going to buy the product and they don't have the money even. Single ladies, single guys that are not even thinking about babies, they're not even going to get the message, right? So it's very important to understand that you cannot be everything to everyone. And that's why you identify your target market. You define it to yourself and write down who are those people. So if I'm trying to sell a product for babies, my main target audience will be the moms. So the moment I know that moms are my target audience, and I can even put it like in more details, and I'll speak about it in a second when I'm going to speak about how to define them. But let's say I'm looking at the big group, I'm trying to reach out to moms, let's say even moms for twins. Now I need to build the right content for them to do something very emotional that touch like a sensitive nerve, right, out of it. And now the last part of the marketing foundation is the timing. So because I know who am I reaching out to and I've done some research about them and I know where to find them and when to communicate with them and what type of communication I can give them, I need to make sure that I do it also in the right time because I want to try to engage with moms between 4 to 8 o'clock in the evening because they're not going to be there. They're busy with their kids. They're not going to be on social media. So I don't want to waste an amazing content because I used it in the wrong timing. And that's why those three are coming together. So define your target audience, choose the right content as per that, and just engage with them at the right time. And that's how it's going to help you to actually create business opportunities and win them. And when I said that if that you cannot be everything to everyone, you need to take an example for Coca-Cola. So Coca-Cola came with one product, right? They had Coke, and Coke was trying to reach out to as many people as possible, but not everyone would like it. So they did have a certain target. They were trying to reach out to people that would actually look for something like with like more bubbly, something more sweet and things like that. And that's how they went with. But in time, they came with more brands because they found that there are other target markets that they're trying to reach out to, but they cannot reach out to with Coke. So they need to come with other products. And that's how they came with Coke Light for the people that were in diet. And then they realized that not everyone on diet, and some just don't want the sugar, so they came with Coke Zero and stuff like that. And that's what they've done. They took one product and added more products to the list. And to each and every one of them, you've got a different target audience. And the reason why they've done it because they're trying to reach out to more people. So they cannot do it with one product, so they're doing it with a few products. And that's the nice thing because when you want to identify your target audience, you need to remember that you can do it not only when you're starting a new business, but also when you bring a new product, like as I said, like or when you find a new niche that you're trying to reach to, so you bring a solution for them. So sometimes you do the opposite instead of having, say, like I've got a product that will solve that problem. Now I need to find who am I reaching out to. You can do the opposite. Say, I want to reach out to these people. So now I need to find a product that will answer the solution, like will give them the solution for their problem. Um, so it's also like that. And also, if you change your business strategy, if you change your business strategy, you cannot necessarily will reach to the same people. Maybe something in that change, and you need to change your target audience. And it's very important because this will help you to be very accurate. So, how do you actually define your target audience? How you identify your target audience? So, the answer is very simple. Think about all the different criteria that you can see in that person. But before you do that, as I said a second ago, you need to remember your product or service, they're solving a problem. So you first need to understand what is the problem that your product and service are solving. The moment you know what's the problem that you're solving, now try to think who are the people that will benefit the most out of it. Who are the people that by buying your product or service that will be so happy because now you sort out their problems. Now they're like happy, happy, happy. Who are them? The moment you know who are them, write it down to yourself, right? Identify your target audience. Write it down to yourself. Who are they? What's their gender, age, occupation, financial status, like hobbies, anything, like even values, everything you can think about, just write it down. And what I like to do is just to personalize them. Think about a person that, in my mind, like when I look at him, I know that's the perfect person to buy my product. And then I write it down for myself, like all the things I know about him, that I know who am I trying to reach out to. And I'll give you from an example. Like even if you're not like, if you have a partner that do the business with you, or it's you, and let's say it's easy to take it from a clothing line. If I've got a clothing line, I know exactly who's the type of people that will buy my product. I know it's got a certain style, a certain look. I know exactly where the type of places that I will find that person, because maybe it's me, because I'm the one who chose which clothing I'm gonna sell. So I have a very clear vision in my mind. So I just need to write it down for myself and to find other people that are looking the same and looking for the same thing and same values. And that's the nice thing. And you can also look at it from the side of commercials. They always choose a certain celebrity or a certain character that people can relate to. When they look at that person, they feel a connection. Say, okay, that's the person. We share the same values. We are in the same head. That person, let's say, for example, also loves sports and I love sports, so I can buy that product from him, and things like that. And also, like, I'll just want to share with you a bit target market examples. Let's say I want to sell a sport car. A sport car, I won't be able to sell it to a guy that have a family and they need a family car. It's not the same space, it's not the same features. I won't be able to reach out to him. So that's why I will need to make sure that when I sell a car, although it's a car and it's a sport car, and you can say every guy will want a sport car. Yes, maybe every guy wants it, but is it the right time for that person to buy it? Because he's the guy that have a family and in the bigger car because now his wife is pregnant with twins, and now they're gonna have like 4 or 5 kids. He won't buy a sport car because he got nothing to do with it. And that's why it's very important that you are very clear with who are you targeting, identify them until the small details as much as you can, and that's it. And now build the perfect message for them and find the right timing. Do some research about your target audience on social media today. It's very simple. And that's it. And just sell the product, sell the service, and bring the win. So I hope you learn more about how to identify your target audience and why is it important. If yes, write big in the comment below. And you're more than welcome to subscribe to my channel. And see you next time. Bye.